there's no one else really in sight. There's some scuffling sounds you hear from the back. Nothing alarming, just general pots and pans clanging. It is pretty early, especially after a raucous late night. Gordon, when you guys come down, looks at you guys and just kind of. I just want to ask y'all something real quick.
Okay.
Does he have coffee or anything at his table?
He has no coffee, no nothing.
Uh, one sec. I'm gonna grab a coffee or order a coffee and then go sit down.
All right, just tell her to put it on my tab. So you guys order your coffees. They're slid out to you. You guys can all sit down at the table. Thornton picks up the tab for the coffees. Um, I know I asked you guys this, but y'all didn't see heads nor tails of my cousin down there, right?
Not unless you're. No, man. We didn't see anything. And we questioned a couple people, and no one seemed to have heard of him either. For what it's worth, the only confirmation we have these guys even had him was that one asshole you chopped to pieces that night.
Fuck. All right. So, proposition for you. Y'all take it or you leave it. I'm about to head down there and go try to find my cousin. Because one way or the other, I got to bring him back home. Now, how deep did y'all go down into the mines when you went in?
I look at high end and shrug. We were kind of going pretty fast at the time. Can we make it like an intelligence check or something? I have no idea how deep we were.
You guys know that you didn't really descend downward necessarily. You guys pretty much just stayed on the surface level. You guys went, and I won't even ask for a check for you since it's been a while. There was a long kind of cavernous bridge that you guys went across. You went down a slight incline and then through a set of double doors that split off into three different rooms, with the main room where we fought the Black Ooze. So not generally very far. So,
All right. Well, I'll tell him that. Basically, keeping things on the level. I'm not really feeling the need to hide anything from Thornton as far as the parts of the mine we explored are.
well, mines go deeper, and I'm about to head down there and try to find it. The rest of the Harpers, they're scattered out to the four winds. We got a couple people riding to Calaman. We got a couple of people going out to Palanthus. We got a couple of people going over to Solace. That map y'all found, the one that had all the battle plans, for lack of a better term, you guys still got that on you?
I'm sure we can come across it. I don't know if anybody's told you, but you look great right now. And you're asking a lot of questions this morning. What's the rush?
Well, Rush is my cousin's been missing for a couple of weeks, and now that those fuck sticks are out of the damn mines, I want to go find him. Now, I have no idea what these sons of bitches were up to where there's an entire plan of something or other, but we are trying to figure it out and suss out what that is. And in the meantime, our cousin's, he's a hell of a fighter. He's got a good, strong arm. He's good. He's always got people's back, and he'd only be useful to us moving forward. So it's high time that I went and pulled him out of wherever he is, whatever mess he's found himself in. I ask you this because the mines go a lot deeper. There are entire structures, cities, depending on how deep you guys go. I wasn't sure how deep y'all went. Don't think we ever got to discuss it really, but down in there, I think a lot of common folks call it the Underdark. Down in there, there's a lot of weird ass shit, and I wouldn't mind having a couple of guys I know having my back so I can go find my cousin. And y'all been good to us so far. And I understand if you guys have got other pressing matters or other things you need to attend to, but just thought I'd offer and see if I maybe didn't have to go in there by my damn self.
This is something I'd have to talk with the others about. No offense to you or your cousin, but as you mentioned, there's a lot of things going on right now. And they all have their own issues as well. I don't think any of them necessarily plan to be in town this long. Let us talk it over and we'll get back to you today, midday, say. And then
that's fair enough.
Where to go next?
I'm gonna go over to that dipshit mayor's house. He's got a cousin in government over there in Calumet, and been some weird ass shit we've been heard about going on down there. Apparently people getting real sick. Apparently there's potentially some issues. So we're gonna try to see if we can't suss out what that is, and hopefully that useless fucking brain dead son of a bitch has got something that we can use, something valuable. So whenever you guys are ready, whenever you guys kind of talk everything out, just come find me there. All right?
That's fair. You want to drink on the road?
Go ahead, Ian.
Fuck you. And he drives the rest of his coffee and walks out.
Smooth.
It's okay. God, you still saw that? I was nice. Whether he reciprocated or not. Okay.
All right, so Zane, Hyatt, what would you guys like to do with the rest of your fairly early morning?
All right, let's go, or rather, I'm thinking we go check in with Seth, see what his angle is. If we want to keep getting funding, we need to make sure their minds are clear anyway. But obviously things are going down in Calumet, so we got to figure out how we best want to split this up. That's my thoughts anyway. Are you even interested in this, Ian? Now that we've cleared up with the job we came to do?
Actually, yes. There's been quite a bit of time since I got to fight.
Fair enough. Let's go talk to Seth.
Okay. So you guys make your way across town, come to what did we christen it? Seth, remind me.
I don't think we gave my shop a name.
I thought it was the Silverleaf.
I think so.
Was it the
Okay,
Silver
yeah.
Leaf? Okay.
The Silverleaf Armory? There we go.
You guys make your way to the newly christened, as of 5 seconds ago, Silverleaf Armory. It's the same decrepit old building, and you do hear the sound of raised voices coming from inside. Look here. You told me you were going to open franchises. Plural. When are we getting on it? Because I need my retirement to actually be enjoyable since you bought my shop out.
Look here, Codger. Look, you are probably the richest man in town now. Relax.
It can all get spent in one place. If you know how to spend it, that is.
I mean, I'm already charging you a silver a night, so keep talking shit and I'm put you out.
You what? What did you just, a silver a night?
You're living in
From my
shop.
bedroom?
No,
It's
no.
your bed.
I bought the shop. Yeah.
I bought the shop, you ungrateful little.
You live in a bedroom in the shop. Who owns the shop? I own the shop. This is so we understand.
I don't like change. I'm going for a walk. And the door opens to the Silverleaf, and you see
All right, we'll see when we get back.
the same crotchety shopkeeper. Your friend's an
Don't
asshole.
fall down and kill yourself on the way out.
Your friend doesn't make me some goddamn money. I'm telling you, y'all don't know what you're getting yourselves into with me. Back in my day, and he starts just wandering off, just muttering obscenities.
Hey, Seth, still making friends?
Lads. Hey, just another day.
That old man might surprise you. He's been threatening us for a while now.
And he's still alive, which is fairly unusual.
It's been a couple days. Why don't one of you guys just whack him? And I get my gold back.
Because we need his connections, man. We need his connections.
Do we though?
Look.
I think I'm quoted out on knocking out non-fighters.
Oh, man. That bartender probably lost some ability modifiers after your last encounter. Seth. So Thornton has approached us with a proposition and given us some news about the ongoings of our favorite not-so-secret society.
Okay.
Thornton himself is planning to head down further into the mines to do some exploring to see if he can find his cousin. Supposedly, his cousin's a great fighter and be a help to a cause and blah, blah, blah. He has not exactly mentioned payment per se, but if we're going to be mining the mines, clearing out some of the stuff down there might not be a bad idea.
We still haven't gotten paid from the last job.
I thought we got paid for the last job. Did we not get paid for the last job?
With what? What did we get paid with? Somebody tell me.
Who gave us like the cloaks and shit or the bags?
That was one at the festival. We won those in the festival.
Yes, we sure did. And then we mined, but that was us. We rewarded ourselves.
Right. We did our own work.
See, this is why he's rich and we are hobos.
I'm just saying. I don't mind, earning my keep, but I actually got to get my keep.
The other thing is the Harper organization at large is apparently refocusing its efforts to Kalaman.
I knew those Harpers weren't shit.
It's something on, we saw the thing on the map / the battle plans to Kalaman. They're trying to work the mayor to get some info of what's going on, and there's rumors of people in Kalaman getting sick, which could be an opportunity for us to expand our operations here. Nothing against the fine people, but I still have my eye on the prize back home.
I'm looking to set up shop somewhere else as well. I got to work with these franchises.
What do you think? Mines, Kalaman Mines.
We can do both, or we can do neither. I don't care.
Get you a man that does both. Let's go.
All right. So if we were to head into the mines to back up Thornton, do you think you could go do some groundwork over in Kalaman? Maybe get a lay of the land while the old man takes care of business here, or do you not think he's up to it? Or are you looking to stretch your legs a bit back in the Down Under since it was so much fun last time?
That's for you, Seth.
Here's the thing. I do think there's profit to go back down into the mine. There's tons of stuff that's probably hidden and buried down there that's super profitable. But I am thinking about if we leave, we got to go bust Harper's Edge once again. If we stay, they're probably going to come find us. If we stay, we can fortify. I might be mayor by the time it's all over, whichever comes first.
Oh, fortify.
All right. So you thinking maybe sit here and see if you can't convince the old man to go put in an honest day's work, starting these franchises over in Kalaman?
Yeah. If nothing else, it'll probably be good for intel. He's got enough gold to go set up shop, and we can fund him a little gold from here to keep him sustained. Make him stop bitching at me too.
That's a higher level spell, my friends.
Yeah, I was with you with your plan until the end.
Let's all right. Let's go give Thornton the good news about his soon to be retrieved cousin, rescued or otherwise.
So as you guys do make your way back over to the mayor's residence, you do, before too long, it takes you guys maybe 2 minutes, you do catch up to the crotchety old man who is the former proprietor, and he is just taking his walk, slow and steady, got his cane to support him, and he is still muttering to himself, fucking little sons of bitch coming in here
Hey,
and
old man,
bought
stop
all
talking
my
to yourself.
stuff.
Hey,
What?
I
Listen,
know you're out for a walk.
we have
I
one
want you
of
to keep
two
walking.
pieces of good news for you. So,
You following me?
riding up.
You're following me, aren't you?
See,
And what are
that
you up
paranoia
to?
is going to be quite useful for our. I mean,
You don't know the friends I have. You don't know. If
newfound
anything
wealth.
happens to me,
Nothing's gonna
who
happen to
will
you.
know?
You're gonna take a trip, old man.
I'm thinking.
Yep. You know how you wanted those franchises open? It's now time
Yeah,
to get
that's your
started.
job.
We're partners, right? Remember? You're sick of me. Remember all that?
This is all very true.
You're going to Calamon. One-way ticket.
Calamon.
Yeah.
I like Calamon. Calamon's
And we're
got the
here in-
ocean. Calamon's got a nice warm breeze from the sea. Do my own bones some good.
And we've got some inside information that some business opportunities might be opening up soon in Calamon.
What have you heard?
We've heard that the Harpers are digging around in the local government there, and that they seem to be having some problems, much like they had here. Only this time,
Problems?
problems.
I don't like problems.
Not for you.
Not problems for you.
Other people mean success for you.
Oh, well, there's some logic to that, I suppose.
Plus, we're about to go poking deep in the mines, and we don't exactly know what's going to poke back, so I don't know if you want to be around here for that.
No, you don't want to go do that. Deeper into the mines. Have you all gone insane? You know what's down there.
Money.
Death. Death is down there.
Well, it didn't
Not-
find
not
us the
yours.
first time.
Well, if I'm in Calumet, it won't be mine, sir. Thanks for the tip. You bunch of fucking walking dead men.
Hey, old man, where you go?
Wait, I'm still here. What?
Let's go about a place for us to set up our next franchise. Pick a building, get a space, while you dipping your feet in the ocean or the lake or whatever it is they got over there. All right? Get some intel, all that other good stuff.
So, something on the wharf. The wharf would be good. The wharf has got all the merchants that come by and all the different pirates and sell swords and everything else. The wharf. I think I know just the place.
All right, we'll keep the supply lines going from here. We'll be funneling money there. You funnel us some weapons back. We got a thing going. I already like it.
I can do it. Now, just so you guys don't screw me on the back end, and by that I mean dying down there, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. There is horrible shit down there. Terrible shit. Me and the rest of the order, when we went down, when we were still as strong as we used to be, and we've been shattered for years now, but there's still a few of us good ones left. I will say that we made it a priority to hunt these things, and they are too many to hunt. Be careful, be safe, because you still have to run the rest of my fucking shops.
Don't worry.
Not to be intrusive, but when you say the order, which order do you mean?
No, I doubt you know much of them. We were called blood hunters in the day.
Oh, you don't say.
Yes, when I was still strapping and young and full of vim and vigor, I was one of the higher ups. They called me the Beast Master of the Order.
Oh,
And
shit,
there's-
look at you.
I can still every once in a while, if the
Get some-
moon's right.
Get somebody else to fight your battles for you.
Hey,
Hey,
This
you
is no way
try
to
getting
talk-
old,
no way to
you
talk to our
up
partner.
jump son of a bitch.
looks like we're all set and you're on your way. So that's just super. Really.
Hey, don't you know one of those hunters or something, blood bastards?
What's your problem? You look even weirder than usual.
Nothing. I'm sure everything's gonna work out, and we're not gonna get all dead. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Enjoy Calaman.
Be careful. Stay away from the little brains with legs. They're little shits. They'll turn you into mindless zombies.
Oh,
Good luck.
that's fun.
We'll
And
be
he turns and
mindful.
starts walking away.
All right, we're off to a great start.
I always enjoy talking to him.
He is a crafty old bastard.
Yeah,
All right, so you guys want to continue over to the mayor's house?
yeah.
Let's go meet Thornton over there.
And let's see if we can't hurry this along and get out of here. I mean, go take care of Thornton's problem.
Okay, so you guys go to the mayor's house, and Thornton is sitting there with the mayor and the mayor's attendant, the young woman that tends to do most things for him. And they're kind of, as you guys knock on the door, she opens it and lets you in, and there is tension in the air there. It is thick, it is heavy, there's no talking, but the two of them, the mayor and Thornton, are just staring daggers at one another. Thanks for coming. Seems that we're at a bit of an impasse here, but I'm glad y'all are here. You can help straighten this out a little bit. Now, why don't you go ahead and tell them? Why don't you go ahead and fucking give them whatever speech you're gonna fucking do, you fucking limp dick son of a bitch. Well, I'll have you know, number one, it all works fine, but nevertheless, I have a proposition for you. It's good that you all are here. Please sit. Carol, can you get some tea, please, for everyone? Yes, of course. She goes and starts bustling and getting some tea ready. Would you guys like to sit down?
Yes. On one condition, I would like that to be the last thing about a man's dick that I hear tonight.
I don't see y'all's bard friend with you, so it might just be,
Exactly.
but all right, fine. My apologies. I haven't had enough coffee apparently. So go start bustling, gathering some tea, set out some tea in front of you guys, and the mayor kind of clears his throat. Now, as you all may know, being mayor here has its privileges, if you will. And I happen to have a brother in Calaman who is in need of some services, and I may have pledged that you would go and help him. um, in order to be able to clear up some of the problems they're having there. Hope you don't mind. I know your sellswords. Clearly, this is your bailiwick, if you will. Um, and since your job was done here, I've volunteered on your behalf that you may go and collect another fortune. You're welcome. What say you?
I stare.
You
Look,
volunteered this.
well, yes. I didn't know that being the kind of people you are, of course, you would jump at an opportunity to help such a well-established family such as ours is.
And what kind of people do you say that we are, dear sir?
Sell swords, mercenaries, adventurers for hire.
Well, you know me enough to know I'm prone to jump, but I would hesitate on what else you think you know about us.
I thought that was all I needed to know, frankly. If you would prefer not to have riches and fortunes and be able to interact with the nobility and the finest of individuals throughout all of Ansalon, then I'm sorry I've made a mistake.
So you said that's all you think you need to know. As a wise man that I know has said before, that's what you get for thinking. But nonetheless, here we are. You volunteered us. I guess we're going to figure out if we care. Gentlemen.
But here's the other part of the problem. You dare to assume that we are sellswords, but yet you have yet to offer us a gold price.
Yeah, well, that would of course be negotiated once you got the Calaman. I'm sure that you have a few members in your party that can be very persuasive. But the base price that we discussed, I believe, was 500 gold.
It seems to me that there should be some traveling arrangements made on our behalf, seeing as how you want us to perform this transaction on your behalf, on your good name and your good word.
Well, I dare say, if I may be a bit morbid, you know where I live as it is, so minimal risk to myself, but we can provide horses and accommodations, and we do have... Kara, do we have horses? Yes, my lord, you have horses. Horses for you, of course.
It's a start.
Mute it. Dang, if you
I-
talking to us, you muted.
I have to admit, guys, I'm very surprised.
Yeah,
Forgive me,
because
Mayor, but your
this
reputation-
this fucker right here volunteered y'all for something that you guys have not agreed to, and he knew. You knew, you son of a bitch, when I was talking to you last night that I was gonna go down into the fucking mines, and you didn't think I was gonna bring anyone. You thought I was gonna do it myself, and you go behind my back and just set them up with your fucking rich, fancy, hoity-toity ass goddamn cousin.
I mean, look, Thornton, I gotta say, this shows a lot of initiative, and based on the not too flattering things you told me, I didn't think he'd be willing to risk his life like this. I'm very impressed. I mean, if you go poking down in the mines and we're not there, there's no telling what you might stir up, and without us around. But I mean, I guess his guard handles it. He's been mayor here for years, so surely he knows the risk to his person.
By the skin of his teeth.
And bond a risk. What was that? Nothing.
Nothing.
Huh?
Gordon, we've got another matter that we can talk about outside.
I'd love to get some air. And he pushed himself up from the table. I'll be seeing you real fucking soon. And walks out.
You know, Dylan, I am not a tea drinker at all, but it's some damn good tea, and I'll follow.
Only the finest. He'll calm down. He always does. But let me know what you decide.
All right.
While we're outside,
Yeah.
if you want to get some of that dick commentary out of the way, we're not listening. I head outside.
I'd like to say to your house servant, Karen, is that her name? Karen? Is that your name? What do you name?
Kara. Yes.
Kara? Great.
Kara, yes.
Great. Familiar. Do you have any halfling in you?
Sorry, what's that? I couldn't pick that up.
I told her that she looked familiar. Does she have any halfling in her?
Maybe a bit.
Would you like more halfling in you?
That depends on if you can afford it.
Oh,
Shit. I can afford it.
Then we'll just have to see.
Anyway,
Kara, do we have any more of the tea? Yes. She goes and starts busting up some more tea.
when you're tired of working for him, come give me a call.
What was that?
Doesn't do. We're gonna step outside. We'll be back.
So you guys follow Thornton outside, and Thornton is pacing back and forth, rubbing his head. Rat face, son of a fucking mother whore, bitch ass. I can't even fucking swear. I'm so mad.
So,
All right, well, you heard them there. Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
sorry you're upset, dude. Here's the problem.
Yeah.
You haven't paid us for the last job, dude.
Matt. That is a fair point. What'd y'all find in the mines? We've opened it back up. I know that the ruffians had a horde. What'd y'all find? 1,000 gold? Couple thousand?
No, not much. Nothing. There was a lot of ore we found.
Okay, you got ore. Ore's good. Ore's
No, dude.
ore.
It's not.
That's probably ore. I love ore.
You love ore. You promised us gold.
It's gold ore, isn't it?
you know,
Here's the problem. I gotta do the work myself. That ain't it.
say don't resort to violence.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, I apologize that it is not
I like that word.
refined, as it were. That being said, plenty of people will trade you that ore straight up for something else. House that is easily spendable. It's not as easy to trade. You got to find the right people, but it will spend the same.
Am I supposed to carry the ore in my pocket? Do you carry ore in your pocket?
I don't. They got bags for that kind of stuff that you just like put shit in, and you can have a huge collection of stuff.
I'm like 3 feet 8 inches, dude. Like, how much ore do you think I'm carrying?
Look, there's what's his name? Willis was doing some sort of bean counting thing last night. I was way too damn drunk to even remember who won or who got what, but he had some sort of magic bag, and I think, if I remember correctly, y'all can put fucking 10 times what you got in that bag.
I hear you. But here's the problem. You're making me do all the work for the money you told me you were going to pay me.
How much money were you gonna get paid?
We were talking a minimum of 200 gold. That was the
200.
starting price.
200 gold. Okay. 200 gold.
You need
For-
to count
for all
because
y'all?
No, that was a piece.
A piece. All right. I can't get you 200 gold per person right this second. I can get you the right people to trade your ore. I can get you some more gold. There's going to be more gold down in the mines. I can make sure that you guys are paid based off of what you got. No problem.
So, you can find the gold, but not right this second.
If y'all want it in pieces, yes. If you guys just want a contact for some ore, I know a guy.
Yet,
And we offload it that way and he can pay you.
yet, there seems
Yeah, we can work that out, no problem.
a sense of urgency to go deep in the mines. Did I get that right?
I'm getting pretty anxious.
Okay. So I believe our priorities may be misaligned. You seem to want the work to be done first, and then the payment from the work we've already done. I don't know if our priorities are exactly the same. So it would be a shame if you rush down very quickly to those mines and we're not moving as fast.
So I'm gonna float up the coins that we traded, the 5 of them.
Yep.
It's like, Thornton, I like you, and it's really nothing personal, because I really do like you.
Can't say the
But I
same.
work off deals and trades, man, and I can only honor them as much as the other person does.
I work off these. Please don't. Please don't.
I'm trying real hard, man. You gotta help me out.
I mean, y'all have got, I thought, a pretty hefty amount from the mines, and I'm sorry that they're not refined, but the value I thought was there. I thought more than there in spades.
So here's the thing. How long is it going to take you to get your guy to do all this trading for us? Can we work that out by lunch?
Yeah, I can get a message out and it's 3 days back and forth, and I can have it all changed out for you.
Are you willing to wait 3 days to go into the mine?
Hell no.
Do you think we are?
I can only hope. If I go ahead and get the wheels in motion, it will be done by the time we're done.
So I'm gonna need interest on this cash then.
Would you like 3 days worth of interest?
I'll take 3 days of interest.
3 days of interest. All right. Now, I'm no great whiz at math, but normally the going rate on interest is about, I don't know, 6% or so, give or take.
Try 12.
12% interest.
That's more interest than I have right now.
That is, okay, so let's
You're
take,
paying us to be in.
let's take 12%. Guys, annual
You're
interest
paying us to
rate.
be interested in going back into this mine again. That's what you're paying for. The interest is paying us to be interested in the mine.
Okay, so you want 200 gold a person, right? I'll give you 250.
250 a person.
250 a person.
Clarity is key with you, I'm noticing.
250 a person. Payment, I'll bring up a contract if you want. Payment on delivery of my cousin or his body.
I think we can make that work.
There's no need for a contract. Payment is
We
very
trust you.
guaranteed.
'Cause you're
One
doing
way or
this
another.
time.
Look, I'm sorry if there was a miscommunication between getting everything ironed out. It was not my intention. I assumed that we had an understanding and that it wasn't necessarily of monetary value that's directly payable at time of purchase in order for everything to work. I figured that if you had just the value of everything, we'd all be fine. That is my fault. I apologize for that.
Insight check. I don't know if I believe you, to be honest with you.
Go ahead, roll inside.
All right, 14 total, 8 plus 6.
From what you can gather, it seems like he's trying to be pretty truthful. He's He's very scatterbrained at the moment. Seems to be very, his mind is not necessarily the greatest mind that there is, and it is going a million miles a second, trying to deal with the mayor, and he's hungover still, and talking to you guys about this. Seems a little scatterbrained.
Okay.
Snatch up my coins. Everyone gets one, Thornton. I mean, it's not exactly true, but I try to make it true. But
Look, what y'all have done for this town, if we can consider gold a repayment, we get off the hook pretty easy for it. Honestly. You guys have, even though the mines were jump started before you guys got back, you've taken control of that for us, and now that's going to be a ton of profit for us in the future. So we can never truly adequately repay you. But if getting off with what we're going to be paying you is enough, we're fortunate. All right, so can I count on you guys to help me?
I got one more question. How deep are we going into these mines?
Deep as it takes. Kin is kin, blood is blood, family's family. And if I'm going to be paying you guys 250 gold a person, hell, y'all are going to make that in the next month.
I think we're going to need some help. I think you need to recruit.
We can stay safe, we can stay quick, we can stay quiet. We should be fine. He can't have gone too far down in there. The Underdark is expansive, but there's really only a couple of tunnels that I know of personally, and my family knows of. So I'm thinking we're in, we're quiet, we're out. Hopefully, we're up in a few days.
So
right.
when we were in the bar, you stated that you had no intentions of going alone, and you had a group of people that you might have had with you. So what happened to them?
I gotta go put out a notice for sell swords, or I got a couple real good ones right here. Either way. I'd rather have the people I know versus.
What's your timeline on sobering up? I'm not exactly itching to stick around for much longer than I have to.
I'm ready to go.
No,
Y'all stay the word.
no, Thornton. No, brother, you are not ready to go. Why don't you give us a day to make preps, and we'll leave first thing tomorrow, and I'll look at High-End and Seth questioningly.
Fair enough.
Probably just bills we need to work out.
I think we could be ready in 3 days.
3 days?
Y'all say gonna be ready in 3? Y'all are fucking with me.
Not really.
Y'all are fucking with me.
The goal to show up in 3 days. I wasn't joking with you. Personally.
Y'all might be the death of me, but at least you're gonna help me out, so I appreciate you.
Not with the money you're paying. You're gonna be fine, old man.
All right.
Your cousin's gonna be the death of you.
And wouldn't fucking surprise me. Did you know one time he almost got my leg chewed off by a fucking bugbear? Y'all know that shit?
Well, if you'd have told him, we would have made him last longer.
Some bitch tricked me going out into the woods, and there's a fucking bugbear. They almost ripped my damn leg off. 20 years old, barely a pup. Ridiculous.
I've
I
seen one
love
of
that
those.
son of a bitch.
All right, Thornton.
Anyways,
We're gonna
All
get
right.
set up to go, and we'll meet you back at the end first.
nice. I'll
Whatever.
see y'all in the morning.
All right, don't drink this time.
We need our guide sober.
I'm a dwarf.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
all right.
well, I guess drink then. I don't know how it works for you
No,
guys.
it's not. It's not how that works. You don't normally need to go look for your cousin in the morning. You'll be all right.
I'll shrug. I'm from a small town. I don't know, man. Just trying not to offend anyone.
I never asked. What town are you from?
Didn't really have much of a name. We just called it the Hamlet, man. Or the
Hamlet.
estate sometimes. Just
Hmm.
all owned by one rich dude. Kind of eccentric. So, but we'll get to that when we get back.
Got plenty of time to talk because we're walking through the Underdark. So, all right, I won't go sleep. Y'all go do you.
Thank you.
Nick trudges off.
All right, we got payment, franchises hooked up. As long as we all don't get dead, this is looking like money.
Pretty good day.
Yeah,
All right.
I guess I'm just not sure about this hasting that he's on. I don't trust it. But in order to prove it right, I'll have to accompany him. So,
All right, who needs weapons? Let's get
Uh,
before we leave.
I guess,
I think-
I guess if you have anything additional I can throw, but fighting, I'm ready.
Darts. You need darts. You need knives. You need.
I actually want to grab some daggers before we go down there. But other than that, I think I'm pretty good. And I'll need some time to bond with the sword. I haven't taken the time to do that yet.
Okay.
Come by the shop.
I'm good with the darts. So these are just like thrown or like
Whatever
Yeah,
you want.
darts are throwing weapons.
okay.
Darts, ninja stars, shurikens.
Oh, why didn't you say that?
Oh, you're an exotic weapons importer. I didn't realize.
Right. Why didn't you say so?
I want to cater to all my customers.
Let's head on down to the shop.
Okay. So you guys make your way back to the Silverleaf. The majority of your collection is still what is left over from the old man because of the fact that it's been 2 or 3 days since then. So there are a number of darts, a number of daggers. They're all of generally normal quality. There was only the one magic item that was there. That was the staff that Joe had, who you guys have not seen all day.
Pretty big.
And there are also the custom bolts that were made for you, Seth, that are there and are ready ahead of schedule.
All right.
I'll pick up.
I want to put out a message to my halfling cousins across the world that if they need work, they can come see me. So
How would you
that way
like
I
to send
have
this message?
via letter written in halfling?
Okay.
Yeah, give me some non-playable characters that work my shops.
Okay.
I'd like to check out the old man. He had a secret room in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to check out the floor there. Is that bedrock or is that dirt?
That's wood, slab wood.
All right, I'm gonna pry up one of the planks and check underneath to see if that's something we can excavate or is that just solid foundation?
As you kind of take that up, it is dirt underneath. It's not as if the building was built with a great degree of engineering in mind. It is essentially the posts with a wooden floorboard over the top, and it is all basically raw earth underneath.
All right, so Seth, the townsfolk here are a bit squeamish, but if we could clear out an area down here, I could provide you some labor force that doesn't get tired and doesn't ask for much pay, if you know what I mean. You'd have to be careful with them. They can get kind of surly if left unattended. But as long as I'm in town, this might be a good way to get some free labor. If we can get a workroom put together that's cut off from the general populace.
Let's do it. Mi casa es su casa.
All right, well, we'll mark this down for something to take care of after we get back.
You want a little workroom down here? You need some gizmos and gadgets for a lab or work some spells?
Less spell work and more manual labor. I'm thinking if you need like just nothing too high quality, but just your common stock equipment. I think I know a couple of guys that could work a forge or do some hammering pretty much nonstop, like nonstop.
Excellent. Excellent. Actually, no, I was thinking we should build some stick tunnels out underneath here, just in case things upstairs go crazy one day, or somebody gets the wrong idea. We got a way out. That's the start.
They are great diggers. Plenty of enthusiasm, not a lot of skill, but they will keep at it till their arms fall off. So
I'm sure I got a couple pickaxes left over. Perfect.
This is my favorite use of necromancy that I think that I've run across in a long time.
This is perfect. Let's get started.
Oh
we
my
don't have the
goodness.
materials right now, but when we come back, when Thornton's not looking, we'll just have to make sure to bring a pair or two back for
And
research.
indentured servitude with none of the guilt. It's wonderful.
Just
All
like
right.
that.
Man.
So you guys spend 30 minutes to an hour or so. If you guys want to, you can pry up some of the floorboards and start kind of clearing the space out in order for that to work. Or the rest of the afternoon is yours as you'd like to do.
I think
Or as you
one of
would-
the things I'd like to do is I don't know how magic items work in 5e. Like I know for my pack, I need to spend an hour with the sword. I don't know if there's anything more than that I need to do. I don't know what
Yes.
it is. I've just seen it.
So you have a certain number of magical items that you can attune to. I believe that is 3 offhand, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And then you can have a variety of magical items that you are not attuned to if they don't specifically mention attunement. So you can be decked out with 5 different rings, let's say, if you wanted to be. And they can all have different magical properties as long as none of them have attunement on them. But once you start running to that attunement, which tends to be for a little bit more powerful magical items, you start running into caps.
Okay. So all I want to do then, I don't think the Warhammer had any attunement with it. So I just want to make that my pack weapon, and I think I just need an hour for that.
Okay. So you sit down and you concentrate on this pact that you've made with Belzor, maybe Ludiger. Could it be? I think it's Belzor, but maybe it's also somebody else. But whoever your patron is, as you bond with your weapon, there's a sense of not really calm that comes over you, but a sense of intuitive knowing, a sense that you are attuning to this higher power, that you have this conduit to this higher form of energy, and it doesn't feel good or bad that you can really gather, but it feels, you know how whenever you kind of walk outside and you can just feel like the air pressure change is like a storm system's coming through? It's kind of like that feeling magnified by about 100, as it's just constantly kind of almost feeling like it's pulsing and the pressure's changing around you as you attune to this. So you spend your hour, you attune to your weapon. Is there anything that you wish to try to glean or attempt to learn from this conduit that you're currently kind of in?
I guess I'll just try to see if I can get any warnings about dangers ahead.
Okay. Go ahead and make a wisdom check for me.
Wisdom. Oh, I was like, why am I so wise? I'm not. 16.
16? As you kind of focus on that and you think, the answer comes, it's not really like communing with it's not communing with a deity into where you're getting a very, very clear question and then a direction that steers you to. But as you do think about it, that pulsing feeling kind of trickles in the back of your mind, and you hear the words of the old man, and his warning about the Underdark starts just playing in your head on a loop. That seems to be most of what you can gather.
Okay.
Seth Hyan, while Thane is meditating with his weapon, what would either of you two like to do?
I'd like to come up with some more spells, prepared spells,
Okay.
and I'm looking for them now. So I'll tell you in a second.
I'm also good with meditating. There was a lot of banter I didn't particularly appreciate. Results I didn't particularly care for. And that was a lot of muttering of violence I was doing. And I want to try to calm that down, if at all possible.
Yeah, all right. So as you kind of sit there and you try to reflect on not on violence, but on peace, on trying to calm your soul a little bit. It's pretty easy to do from everything you've been able to attain and all your training that you've gone through. You still feel flashes, though, that will kind of reset your meditation for a second as you're trying to calm your rage. Flashes of a cliff, flashes of rocks and water breaking against them, flashes of faces that you know, flashes of streaking light, red splatters. But as you calm and try to go empty and blank, those images kind of roll off your back, roll to the back of your mind. You manage to spend a good about hour or so in pure meditation.
Okay.
All right. Seth, what did you say you were up to? I didn't catch that.
I am preparing spells and casting spells for stuff we're gonna need. So like I'm gonna go ahead and do a create food and water for us to all pack up as one.
Okay.
I thought I could have up to 6 prepared spells that aren't cantrips.
Let me see.
No, 7.
It was like never marked in my book. You have 9 spell slots. Let's see here. Let's see, spells known. Cantrips known. 32. So, okay, cleric for you. You have access to essentially the entire cleric list whenever you're going through. So you do have, I can't recall offhand how many it is that you can prepare. And honestly, as I'm looking through the book, is it 8?
Yeah, I thought it was like 7.
You're muted.
Oh.
I was doing math in my head. That wasn't
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh.
Seeing through ritual casting. Change new. You have 4, level 2, level 2. With a wisdom of 16, 6 spell slots at first or second level in any combination. So for you, it's going to be 4, 3, 9, and first it's 6. Equal to your wisdom modifier plus your cleric level. So you were level 5 with your wisdom modifier?
2.
2, so you have 7 you can prepare.
Yeah. Okay.
So you want to do create food and water?
Yep. I'm going to create food and water now while we have time, just to prepare us to go. So not one of my 7.
Okay. So you being a cleric, you would know this. I'll go ahead and say, the food does spoils if it does not go uneaten after 24 hours.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll create it in the morning before we leave.
Okay. It's easy enough to do. That's a 3rd level spell slot though, that you do have to burn for that.
Yeah.
So that is one of your higher level spells.
Maybe I'll go spend some cash, spend some gold.
Okay.
For Seth, our supplies, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go on the supply run.
In the supply room?
Go on a supply run and just buy
Supply
supplies.
run. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, it's you guys have started to spend enough time in this town to where you're getting a little bit more familiar with where everything is. The baker, the butcher.
Candlestick maker.
I was about to say that. I was like, should I make that joke? No. Wait, well, he's not looking for candles. Fuck it. All right, so you go and you manage to get just general sundries and provisions. Not too hard to do. I would say, are you getting it for, how many people are you getting all the supplies for?
I guess all of us. So, is the whole party going, or are we leaving join back?
I think it's going to be the 3 of us. And
Okay.
we'll
So,
let
yeah,
them protect
just-
our interests here.
I'll buy enough for 4 and I'll cover Thornton. He's already paid for it.
Okay. I'd say so. So, as you guys do kind of go and get everything, how long do you want, how much food do you want to get for how long of a time? So you got for 4 people. For how many days do you want provisions?
Let's go 7 days worth of provisions.
Okay.
Feel like it's a darker dungeon.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we're on the same
7.
page. It takes more than a week. His cousin is his cousin.
Yeah.
Okay. You looking for kind of just general foods, not anything super specific, just something to kind of get you guys through?
Yep.
Okay. So in general, that is gonna be rations for 5 silver pieces, 3, 4, 2. Okay, so that is gonna cost you about 14 gold pieces.
Done. Paid for.
Okay. You got rations that will last you for 7 days worth of rations. It's not too much of weight to put on there. Say it's kind of irrelevant in terms of your overall carrying weight. Probably adds about 10 pounds or so in total.
Sure.
Okay. So I don't know.
Add a rope to that.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying add a rope to our provisions. I don't know if somebody had one, but make sure we have one.
Okay. I don't know if I'm helping get serious, if I'm still meditating, but I would like to have procured an entire bottle of alcohol, or gourd or whatever. I don't care. So I don't know if it requires a purchase at the bar. If I can come across one, I don't.
This is perfect. How does our infinite flagger work, actually?
So your infinite flagon, you guys kind of try to hazily recall it from the evening. Basically, what it is every day you guys roll 1d4, and that will give you a certain amount of charges, as it were, for the flagon.
For that.
So whoever's going to hold the flagon will kind of keep charge of that.
That's all, man.
Yeah, it sounds like a me job.
It is a once per day thing that when you guys all do take a drink from it, for 1 hour, you guys do get a +1 to your ability checks and attack rolls and saving throws. Doesn't add damage, but it gives you a +1 modifier to those for 1 hour.
Okay.
In addition, it continually and perpetually refills itself with whatever alcohol is put into it. So it is a one-shot deal without undoing the enchantment through some way and getting it re-enchanted. So choose wisely.
You need to splurge, man.
Right, that's what I'm about to. So we only get one thing to put in there, or we only get one time to put our drinks.
One time to put a drink in there, and then it becomes that drink that replenishes itself.
Okay. So it's one, like you got to choose that one. Okay, so we
You want to split it up. You either have to find another flask or keep wine in one pouch and beer in the other.
I got you. Okay, so it sounds like we need to or I need to find the finest of alcohol.
So you head back to the bar, and as you ask, she says, we've got, let's see here, we got a little bit of, we got some meat, we got some whiskey, nothing too top end. We're not Palanthus, we're not Calaman. But we got a couple things for you. I'm sure something that'll tickle your fancy. She runs through the list. There is a dwarven spirit. There is a kind of a grain alcohol that's like a whiskey. There is a grain alcohol that's purely clear in taste. There is wine, red and white, of about middling quality or so. And there is a particularly good ale that is on cask, but it is ale, and that's up to your call.
Okay. Am I able to do perception to get an idea of which one could be considered most valuable from whatever that?
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
All right. I guess just based on whatever my knowledge is, or.
And since you are way of the drunken monk, go ahead and make that with advantage.
Okay. So where the hell is my character? Okay. So that's a D20. Right. So that's a 13, and plus advantages.
Roll twice, take the higher number.
Oh, okay. That's not what I thought. I'm sorry. It was perception. So that the first one actually was 19, and this one right here is 15 plus 6. This one's 21.
You can pretty much spot it at the drop of a hat. Okay. There is a elven wine varietal that is there. That is probably the top shelf offering. Still not the absolute best thing that is out and about in the world, but it's I guess the equivalent would be something like a really good Napa Valley wine.
Okay.
Like a really, really good Merlot from Napa Valley or Cab from Napa Valley.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So are these guys, am I by myself? They with me?
I would say at this point, a dealer's choice, because you spent your time meditating. It's about all the same. Okay. As far as going to get rations and bonding and meditating.
Right. Okay. Well, I look around. I feel like, well.
So if I am there,
okay,
I would like to add some input to high end.
Okay.
I mean, since all we need is a drop to get infinite, I'm sure the mayor has a good stash. If you feel like going through that trouble.
That's an interesting point. Yeah, I was leaning towards the ale, but this wine has been stomped on by the finest of feet. I was really leaning towards that. So that's what I prefer the most, but the mayor might have. I mean, he has already said he's got some privileges. So I think you're onto something. Let's go.
Okay. So you guys make your way over to the mayor's house, and Kara comes to the door. Oh, back so soon. And where's Where's your friend?
Oh, you're our friend because you're about to give me some high quality liquor.
Oh, I don't know if I can do that. I can ask the mayor if he's got anything to spare.
Look at
Ask the
you.
mayor or tell the mayor.
Well, you can ask the mayor. Depending on the answer, we can follow that up.
Just a moment. Sir, we have visitors. The mayor comes trundling down the steps.
Yo, I almost,
yeah,
I'm sorry. I just saw Bad Boys, the third one today. So I almost said, "Don't be alarmed," but I'm not. I'm not going to.
I was going to say, yes, I know that my female voices could probably use some refinement, but thank you.
I even stopped myself. I was like, "Don't say that." Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So the mayor comes kind of trundling down the stairs. Ah, good. Glad to see you all back. I assume you're here to take me up on my offer. Yes.
It's an offer. I'm trying to get alcohol. What happened?
Come sit.
Okay.
And he kind of tries to usher you inside.
All right. This is
You
a
go
very
in?
nice. This is a very nice seat. You know what it's not? Oh yeah, he did freeze a little bit. This is a very nice seat. You know what it's not? It's not high quality alcohol.
Well, that would be most observant that a seat is not alcohol. Do you care for a drink? Is that what you're attempting to communicate with your stilted manner?
I need some to go, preferably. Thanks for the offer.
That's quite rude. Well, I have tea that I can make you to go. And you said alcohol, though, of course. I have a bit of sherry, a bit of brandy. What would you like to drink?
Okay, so if I don't,
We have bars. I'm a little bit at a loss here.
Yes, you do have bars, and you have some pretty good choices. But I think that you have the best option that I would like. Again, to go.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
All right.
Straight persuasion check.
Okay. Yeah, there's no. Okay, so it's a base 11. I don't have any proficiency, so that's just a +1.
So a 12?
12 total.
Well, let me see what I have. And you are, I assume, going to take the contract, I believe, yes?
Yes.
Wonderful. What is your bond, as they say? If you're going to take the contract, let me break out the good stuff. And he kind of goes and, Kara, where is our finest brandy? Afraid I must have misplaced it. I'll go get it for you, and just maybe check in your study. The study. I do believe I had a nightcap in there. He goes off, and Kara turns around and she leans down to you. What do you want? He has fucking everything.
Okay. Care is very simple. I just want the finest of the finest, and I would really love to be done with this.
Don't matter what it is.
It does not matter what it is.
Okay, stay right there. Sir, if you'll go and you'll check, in the other room in the study as well, just a little further back. Yes, of course. And she kind of darts in the back room, you hear a clicking sound. You hear a very heavy sound, and it sounds like a shuffling. You hear a clink. You hear that same shuffling, and then you hear the clicking sound again. And Kara comes back over to you, and she is carrying a very, very fine bottle. He doesn't even remember he's had this. Hasn't had it for years. Take it and go. Just take it and go. I'll make something up for it.
Okay.
And she presses the bottle into your hand.
And what type of, do I know or do I ask her? What type of, no, I'm not, I'm asking her. What type of liquor is this? Very fine.
This is the finest elven wine from Qualinesti that can be had by humans. He was saving this for his, I don't know, some events that he said that he was going to have with his cousin. He doesn't even remember he's got it. And he's got 5 more bottles.
That's fine, and he won't miss this one. And he obviously kept this for me. Look at fate. Thank you very much.
Promise me something.
Yes.
Please
Maybe.
have Seth come visit.
Oh, now that, I don't think I want to know why. Yeah, you
No.
got
No, just go.
Don't worry.
right. You got it. Is there, and I'm good with talking to them. The only thing I want to know is am I able to do a perception to at least know where, like what general direction that clink and door open and door slam?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Perception. 11 plus 6, 17. We're going to have some terrible attack, but I could already tell everything's been cool right now.
Is it, you said 17?
Yeah.
Okay. You can get a general idea. It seems like it's coming from the room behind you, kind of adjacent to the wall, best you can tell. That's about as specific as you can get.
Yeah, that's good enough. And this is the mayor's like room, house.
Yeah, the mayor's house is a decent sized house for the area. It's gaudy on the outside. It looks like a Ronald McDonald playhouse. But it is fairly spacious overall. And you've never been in the other room, but what you can just kind of see, it looks like some sort of sitting area.
Okay. All right. That's good enough. That's good enough.
Okay.
Take my bottle, join my team.
All right. So you do have now a fine bottle of elven wine. This is you are going to know this, Hein, just given your predilection towards different spirits. You look at the bottle, and this is very, very fine wine. This is the kind of wine where, in your hometown where you grew up, this would have been something that only the wealthiest merchants would have brought in to a tavern just for the purposes of showing off.
Okay. So, and is there some kind of difference between getting the finest of elven wine and the E&J of their time?
One tastes a lot better and will probably give you less of a hangover.
Okay.
And yeah, the other one tastes like
So it
garbage,
wasn't
but
like
no
a
mechanical difference.
Yeah, right. A stat thing. Okay, cool.
Yeah, just for flavor. All right. So that being said, you guys do grab your things. Is there anything else you'd like to do before you rest up for the evening and meet Thornton in the morning?
I think I'm good, guys. I think I'm, oh, wait. Yeah, there is, one thing I'd like to do. Is there any plate now? I got a new Eldritch invocation. Is there any plate at the shop?
I would say not plate mail, because that is a little bit of a nicer item, and kind of the shop here has just been more general goods and sundries, kind of cheaper weapons other than the one kind of magic staff needle in the haystack that you found.
Well, I'll leave a note for the old man, asking him to see if he can requisition some before he heads out.
Okay. You want to go ahead and send that via courier?
Yes, actually.
Okay. So the old man's probably starting to get on down the road. You haven't seen him around the shop for the rest of the day. But with that, we'll go ahead and take a break for 5-10 minutes. Dan, give you some time to work on your phone and everything. Work on your internet, see if you can get it back up. And I'll see you guys back here at around 10:40.
Okay, while we're doing that, Seth's gonna go pray to Timor, his goddess. Just to see if
Timora?
Yeah, just see if she drinks something.
Okay. Interesting. Timora. Okay. So you pray to Timora. What would you like to pray to, or pray for?
That all my tricks work, and that every person I don't get tricked, and all my hoes make me money. Yep, that's it.
As you do your prayer, you feel a kind of hard tap on your shoulder as your eyes are shut.
Got it.
It taps you again.
Yes, mister.
Do you open your eyes?
No. Because she's probably playing trick on me.
Taps you
All right,
again on
fuck
your
it.
shoulder.
I turn around over my eye.
There's nothing there, and you hear the brief sound of laughter on the wind.
Oh shit. Well, she's with me. Go. Gonna be turning trick tonight, or somebody will.
That sounds about right for Dixter clerics.
All right, guys, we'll go on a break here for a few minutes. Dan, you think you're gonna be able to get your video back up, or you think you're gonna be on phone the rest of the night?
I don't know. I'm gonna reset the router and see what happens.
All right, buddy.
All right.
All right, we'll see you guys back here about 6-7 minutes or so.
Okay.
Okay.